It's on.
Hi friends, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting live. Today is Sunday, 22nd of November. And if you are new to my channel, head down that way, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that like button while you're down in the area below this video. I thank you all for joining. I had nothing planned for today, but then when do I ever? Today we are an hour late because usually I come on at 5 p.m. Arizona time, which for some of you is 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. for Eastern Central time, and then 5 p.m. for California Pacific, you know, those kind of times. But today, a little different. I had to postpone an hour because I took a nap. I am so fatigued today. I took a nap and I didn't want to get up. I literally forced myself to get up, and I took a shower thinking, well, maybe that'll wake me up. Didn't wake me up. I am so tired. I just want to sleep. So I'm here. I'm still going to sew. Maybe sewing will wake me up a little bit and give me the energy I need to complete the rest of the day, or else I won't sleep tonight, which is not new because I never sleep at night. So anyway, thank you guys for joining an hour later than normal. Let's see who is all here. We got 18 of you so far. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Kim. Looks like you guys were having a wonderful conversation while I wasn't here for the hour that I postponed my video. Let's see, we got Mary is here. Kathy is here. Welcome. Let's see, let's keep scrolling. We got Melinda, Kathleen, Peggy. We got Heather, June, Colleen, Sneda. Kathleen is saying hi. We got Rowena, Deborah, and Linda. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Glad you all can join. Scott's in here today. He's going to read comments and say all the highs, and it's not going to get in my way of sewing because I'll be sewing and stuff like that. We got Teresa here. So hi, everyone. Okay, here you go, Scotty. You can have this now. Don't trip over the cord.
I'm not. I know where I'm at.
You guys know that I've been little by little foundation paper piecing my scraps into this. Well, now I have an abundance more of these, of the sideways ones, and not enough of these ones. So I need to make some more of these to go with these, because I'm gonna make a quilt out of all these, but they're gonna be two different directions. So now I need to make more of those. So I have some 1.5 inch strips because I need 6 1.5 inch strips to make a 7.5 inch square. So here's my pile so far. I'm totally not done prepping this pile, but I'm going to start with what I have because it's right here. So
it's a nice pile.
It's a nice
pretty little
pile.
stack you got there.
So I'm just going to take 6 strips and I'm going to subcut them into, actually, yeah, I'll just take 6 strips and subcut into 7.5 inch increments, because that's how I'm going to do mine. And then I'm going to sew them together and make a 7.5 inch square. That's so simple.
Seneda says, OMG, I didn't know what day it was. I was wondering why you were coming on a Friday.
Yeah, that's one of those days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for everyone, huh?
This is 8 inch, so I just need to cut 7.5 inch from this thing. So if that's 8 inch, I just need to cut a 1/2 inch off.
Heather from Queensland, which I'm pretty sure is Australia, says that looks like my pile, very small.
Yes, and I got my new cutter, so I can sit and cut, and I'm not used to it yet because the whole finger over the thing and flipping with my middle finger, but I'm hoping after a while it'll start helping with my wrist. But I'm going to be going to the doctor anyway, so that's all situated. But for now, this is what I'm cutting with. So I'm just cutting 7.5 inch pieces.
Does it feel better on your wrist though?
So far, it feels okay on my wrist. Not as okay as I had wished it would, but it's as long as I can hold it a certain way without like tipping my wrist funny. And I'm like pushing myself into a corner so that
for Heather in Australia, it's 11 a.m. there.
Ooh, good morning for you.
Yeah, she's saying it's a hot day there because there it's summer.
Oh yes.
Yeah. opposite because she's below the equator.
Isn't that weird how that works? I always thought that was weird in school and stuff growing up. Where was I? This one. So I'm just taking 6 pieces and cutting them to 7.5 inches. And then I'm just going to sew them together. They're already pre-cut and I don't have to worry about just creating them block. They'll come out 7.5 inches and that's all that matters. That way I can make a variety out of this pile since I have my box here of scraps, but I haven't really, I dug through some to get some out. Not enough, I guess. And then the rest go down into my scrap pile, which is down next to me. And some of my blocks can be made that way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, which is this one. And you know, it'll probably be easier to stack them all up, cut them all at the same exact time, but again, I'm being lazy about it. One block at a time. So I'm just going to sew these together now and line them up in no particular order. I'm just going to sew them and hoping the sound of the machine wakes me up. I'm really tired today. Who else has came in, Mr. Scotty?
You got 34 people on now.
34 of you. Yay. That's a lot of effort to join on a Sunday, an hour different than my normal time.
Lisa says, you got your new cutter. You probably already talked about it, but I'm late. Janice says, hi, Tiffany. You were talking about snow the other day. It's snowing there now. They have snowfall warning of up to 20 centimeters, which is almost 8 inches.
Well, if you guys are in the group, there is a post in there. It's 2 Sundays ago or last Sunday. I don't remember. But there's a post. Just look for it. And it just says, I want to see snow pictures. Post it in the comments of there if you guys want to take a picture and share your snow.
Janet's up in Canada.
I'm living vicariously through you guys since I will never play in the snow, probably ever in the rest of my life because I don't do snow. I don't do cold. I'm just going to live through you guys with your pictures of snow. I don't care if it's right out your front door and it's just a pile of snow or somebody playing in it or climbing through the mountains in it. Just take a picture, post it in the comments of that post, and I want to see your snow.
She's in Canada and they're getting snow.
So I sewed them together in sets of 2, and just because I can and I have it, I am going to iron them. The moving around, I think, is what's going to keep me up. So how is everybody today? How are you guys? I'm tired. Let's see how you guys are.
I think we're all tired.
I'm like more than tired. I don't know how severe fatigue affects the rest of the world, but me, I just want to stay in bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see anybody. I could care less about anything. My whole body just says, Tiffany, go back to bed. It's a room away.
Lisa says they may get snow later this week. Get snow for Thanksgiving.
That'll be nice for those of you who like snow. I like the pictures. I just don't like the snow. All right, now I'm going to sew all 3 of these together. Again, no particular order, just sewing them together. I'm just lining them up and sewing.
DK says she can't play in the snow either because her spine was fused and she's scared to play in the snow, but she loves egg custard snowballs and marshmallows and hot chocolate. I have no idea what an egg custard snowball is. But...
Me neither.
And I grew up with snow. The hot chocolate part we do a lot.
Just don't play in the yellow snow.
Sineda says they had light snow today.
All right. Ouch. So now I should have a 7.5 inch block.
You get more people. You got 44 watching.
Ooh, hello to everybody who has just came in because Scott's not actually saying hello to you individually like I do when I first come on.
Well, it's because you're talking. If I said hello to everybody as they come in, that's 40-some people. That's be interrupting you.
Look at that! 7.5 by 7.5. Yay! One down.
DK
A
says
bazillion to go.
it's grinded flavored ice, so crushed ice that you can eat. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we've had all kinds of stuff like that.
All right. Well, now I'm just going to go ahead and stack some and just cut them all at the same time because now
I just say hello to everybody at once. I do one real big hello. See, hello. If I named every single one, it'd be hard.
oops, that's got a salvage on it. Let's go for the non-salvage side. I probably could sew strip sets, and I know you guys are thinking that, but I didn't pre-cut a ton of fabric here, so I'm definitely just kind of working with what I have. Make what I can when I can. So that's what I'm doing. Making what I can. So I'm going to cut all these. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3.
Janice says
4,
they just
5,
celebrated
6.
their 35th anniversary.
Wow.
On Monday.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That's 35 years. That's pretty good. Congratulations, y'all.
Ah, come on. There it is. Do we have any birthdays this week?
They got a 65-inch TV for their anniversary together.
Hey,
their
for
treat.
my birthday, I got myself a 42-inch TV. Okay, that's not long enough.
You got yourself it?
I mean, Scott got it for me. Whatever, same difference. So I'm just gonna pre-cut a few.
It was a Walmart Black Friday deal online. It was a special deal, or else we couldn't have afforded it. But it was too cheap to pass up, so Tiff got a new TV.
I mean, I really didn't need a new TV, but my TV didn't have all the. It wasn't a Roku TV, so it didn't have all the channels that my other TV didn't have a ton of channels. So now I do.
June says, had to make a drink and missed the start. Doh.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, June. I'm a Homer Simpson fan too. Doh. Doh.
This is going to be one of those rotary cutters that I never fully close the blade ever in because I'm like lazy.
Well, some of them missed you talking about it. At least even commented on that.
Okay,
So tell them about it.
My husband, I came to the conclusion that I think I have carpal tunnel. I am going to a doctor, so obviously I'll get the true 100% result. It is screwing with all of my, and I have arthritis already, so I've had that for many, many years. I had juvenile arthritis when I was young. And I wasn't really struggling cutting things until my wrist started getting worse. So everyone says the ergonomic Martelli cutter was, I forgot what it's called, Martelli Ergo something or other. Anyways, it's the 45 millimeter for the right hand. Everyone was saying that it helps because your wrist stays flat when you're cutting, as you can tell. Instead of, for example, how you hold these. Like, I don't even hold them that way. I just kind of hold it however I hold it, but your wrist is always down. So I figured for the pain that I'm suffering from, that this might help keeping my wrist flat, like the brace does when I wear that throughout the day. So Scott ordered it for me because they're on sale online everywhere, and I cut with it the first day to show him. He said, what's the difference between this cutter and any other cutter? They're just a rotary cutter. There is a difference. I mean, it, for one, holds, your hand sits on it nicely, so that's a plus. And the only thing you got to get used to is it doesn't require a lot of pressure if you're just cutting like 1 or 2 pieces, but I got to get used to this whole moving the finger to close the blade thing. And then like Becca shows you on her videos with Becca, she just slides it to do it. I mean, I'm not used to that, so it's probably gonna be one of those that I have the blade open all the time but so far it seems to be pretty good with what I'm trying to do here, which is just cut. I don't feel any added pain, if that helps you guys. I don't feel anything extra. I mean, I'm in pain, but it's not worse if I was to sit here and cut with the other cutter over and over and over again. So the only thing is it's right hand only. So cutting opposite like I usually do, because I can cut left and right-handed, that is going to be a problem for me throughout the time of owning this, because it means I have to flip
use
everything.
Your other cutter for your left hand.
It means I have to flip my pieces, so I have to cut one side. Usually I cut the side that I start on, so that's going to be the part that's going to be different for me. But that's okay. I will get used to it. So there, I just cut through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers on that pass just now. So I'm just pre-cutting all this now, and then I'll just take colors as I needed. I just wanted to make one block.
Bonnie says they have left-handed ones. We know. We got her the right-handed one.
We got the right, because I am right-handed, so. But I do use both hands. I'm ambidextrous when it comes to a lot of different things. Except for writing. Writing, I write backwards. With my opposite hand, I'm a mirror writer with my left hand. That's the only thing that's different. But I can eat with my left, and I can cut with my left, and I can all sorts of things, both-handed.
DK is making ornaments out of the scraps this year. She's going to send them. Family and friends will receive them.
Notice my stack keeps getting more and more bigger.
And Brenda's finishing the paper piece squirrel that she did not know how to do until Vet showed how.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Lisa's
6,
making her first
7,
mesh
8, 9,
wreath.
10, 11 pieces.
And she wants any suggestions on 5.5-inch mesh. I don't know if you've ever worked with mesh.
Nope. I'm throwing my scraps down in the scrap bin.
What is a mesh wreath anyway?
It's a wreath made out of mesh.
Okay.
So now I'm just cutting them all up into 7.5-inch segments.
Janet says she has one of those cutters and she has carpal tunnel and she says they work pretty well. She had surgery on hers years ago and no more pain. I hope you don't have to have surgery. Another surgery, no fun.
No, I know. I've had way too many surgeries.
Diane,
So since people are telling what they're working on, put what you're working on, everybody.
Diane says, hi, sorry I'm late. She was eating
Hi,
supper.
Diane. And it's okay. I'm late today myself. That's why I made my video later today. You guys get to see me.
Okay, it's like a mesh ribbon, she tells me. She says it's like a mesh ribbon, Scott. Okay.
Like,
I gotcha.
is it kind of like the mesh stuff that you would make a tutu out of? I forgot what it's called.
That's what I was thinking.
Tulle. Is it made out of tulle? I had to think about that name. I'll leave the same length. They better be. No, they're not. Pull one out. And all the pieces that aren't the right length, I'm just throwing down in my string bin. And some more of this pink color.
Yeah, she has her big bin next to her there in the desk. You guys can't see it, but it's right there next to her.
Yep, on the floor. My wonderful blanket bag filled with scraps. Well, strings, I should say. It's my string-only bag.
Bonnie's finishing another of her mother-in-law's quilts, which she didn't get to finish before she died. This one's number 16. Lisa says, no, it's not tulle. The mesh is like a coarse window screen. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Heather's trying to make a fabric dog for her granddaughter for Christmas. It was made out of scraps, too. That'll be cool.
Yes. All right. I'm going to make 2 more cuts right now and then move on to some sewing. I'm hoping I have enough of all of these. Oops, I just saw a smaller one.
Kim hasn't been sewing lately. She's trying to catch up on cleaning. That's our plan for tomorrow.
Yeah,
We're going to do a good cleaning.
Clean the whole house today. Like literally vacuuming the fans and all the things that we do every time it switches from summer to winter. And then back from winter to summer, because the fans sit and they get, it's like the dustiest thing in the whole wide world is those darn fans.
Bonnie wants to know what you're going to sew.
I am making string blocks that are 7.5-inch squares to go with my sideways ones. I'm making a quilt that has both directions, up and down and side to side.
Janet's working on Christmas presents. Quilted dog placemats, mug rugs, and 3 applique wall hangings.
Oh, fun, fun, fun. All right, let's move that out of the way and get some sewing done. Ouch, that was my elbow. Funny bone smarts. All right, so again, no particular order. I'm just going to start sliding these together in groups of 2, and I'm just going to continuously go all the way down. And I don't have my magnetic seam guide, so I can continuously do this without any issue.
Bonnie says that's a good way to use your scraps.
Yes. Well, if you've seen, okay, so this is what I'm working with, let me tell you. This is a lot.
Diane made a sewing machine cover and a
Here
purple
is
and
my
white mesh.
string tub. Okay, these are my strings. And this isn't even all of them. Like, this is just the ones I keep next to me. When I have a string left over from something, I throw it from up here down there.
String.
And then this is my scraps that turn into strings, and then I have scraps that turn into squares tub. So this is my turn it into strings tub I'm
Aren't they all just scraps though?
slowly working on. Yes,
Isn't
it's all just
string isn't a string or...
Yeah, it's all just scrap for those that are beginners. So if you just joined, I'm using blocks that look like this. These are foundation paper pieced, but these are on the diagonal. And then right now I'm working on these ones, which are straight up and down or side to side, however you want to think about it. They're all going to be 7.5 inches. Why does that look smaller?
Bonnie says, oh my, lots, just like me.
Hold on a second.
Lisa says they're
Was I
cleaning up...
saying something? I need one more.
Lisa says they're cleaning up glitter after a weekend of crafting with the littles. She says her hubby says he'd rather step on G.I. Joe accessories than the glitter. Yes, I hate it when the kids get glitter on the floor. I vacuum it up immediately. June's making a wall hanging for her granddaughter to put her bows on. That sounds cool.
7 of them. 7 of them, Tiffy. They need 7, not 6. No wonder it was looking weird to me.
Oh, you didn't make enough?
No, I just need to add 1 to it.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'll have to trim it down later, but that's okay. No big deal.
Brenda wants to know, when do you take the papers off?
I'm going to have CJ rip them all off when I'm ready.
And what stitch length do you use?
On this, I'm just sewing with a regular... Actually, yeah, I'm only sewing with a 2.20 stitch length. On the papers, I use like 1.8, but since it's phone book paper, if you guys haven't seen my chop up a phone book and have foundation papers, on the phone book papers, they're thin, they do rip away. So if your stitch length is a 2.0, it still rips away. But suggesting a 1.6, 1.8, so on your stitch length for most paper piecing. All right, there. Now I'm going to start sewing them in groups of 2. Here we go. And I'm just going to chain piece so that I don't have to waste any thread. And it should be good. And then I'll turn around and chain piece sets of 4. You know what I mean? So on and so forth.
Yep.
And I'm sewing with a 1/4 inch seam, like I would with anything I do. There's a lot of this color in here. Let's mix that up.
Diane still needs to put lights, bells, and everything on the wreath, and then onto her tree. We're lucky, we don't really do much of a Christmas tree.
Yeah, this year's gonna be probably no Christmas tree.
We haven't done much of a Christmas tree in how many years?
Maybe I can finish my Christmas tree quilt. I started a Christmas tree quilt. You guys know, I've told you, I don't really do holiday projects. Not that I'm against the holidays, for those that are newbies and get curious why. It's not that I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. I love Easter. I love it all. But I just don't like the fabric. I don't know why. To me, this is personal opinion, personal whatever. I don't see a point in making a quilt that you're only going to take out once a year. You know what I mean? So I do make them, though, for people to gift for the holidays. And some people do keep theirs out all year long. I personally am not going to keep my Christmas quilt on my bed on Easter. Or, you know what I mean? In the summer when it's hot, because we don't even put a quilt on the bed in the summer. So I don't mind making them. I don't mind gifting them.
Yeah, she made a really big Christmas quilt, what, like 3 years ago for a lady?
Yeah.
It was huge. We had to put half of that
King
together in the
size.
garage. It was ginormous.
Oh, that's when I was in the garage when I was making it.
Yeah. Hi, Glenn.
Hello, everybody that has joined. I'm just sewing string. So that I could have some string blocks. And I'm having fun. I'm not quite awake though. My super fatigue is really kicking my butt right now.
It's okay. I'm on like crazy over here. I had a nap too. I don't know what's going on. They put something in our food.
Yeah, we've been drugged. Maybe it's the water.
We drink different water though. I drink faucet water and you drink the bottled nonsense.
It's something today. Oh, come on. I need more combinations here. Looks like I have lots of that orange stuff, but I don't care. I'm gonna make it work.
I think I'm gonna open doors and make some cheese sticks or something.
Okay.
I gotta move around.
Alright, do you want to leave the comments here or?
No, I'm gonna come right back. Guess what? A minute? Do what I just said?
Okay.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. Someone here? Okay, we heard you.
So, is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? I think I asked last week, but I'm curious now that it's a week later and I'm finding out that more and more places are shutting down again for the you-know-what virus. I'm curious as to what everybody is doing for Thanksgiving, and are you ready for it?
Well, they're going to do laundry.
We're having family here, and family and just family. Ours will consist of me, Scott, Cyrus, Justin, which is Cyrus's dad, then Scott's mom, Marie, and her husband, John, and then Maxine will be here, which is my other daughter, and her boyfriend, James. And we're having chicken for dinner because I figured, why not? Nobody likes ham around here. It's the weirdest thing. Ham is my favorite holiday meal, but everybody else around here does not like ham. So I compromised with chicken instead of turkey because I didn't want turkey. I'm not much of a turkey eater. So I'm compromising and going with what everybody eats is chicken. So we're having chicken with all the same stuff on the side, you know, with stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy and vegetables of some sort, green bean casserole, you know, those kind of things. But at least nobody will be feeling super duper tired after their chicken meal instead of turkey, which makes everybody tired. So maybe we'll all be able to stay up and watch a movie after we eat dinner. And Scott will be back to read all of your guys' comments to me. He's just trying to put stuff in the oven. I really need some more of some other colors because it seems like I have just nothing but the same orange over and over and over again. Oops. See, I keep forgetting I gotta snap that thing. So I'm just cutting 7.5 inch strings.
Okay.
I really need to add some more color to all this.
Okay, Heather says she doesn't do it either, talking about the holiday fabric stuff. She loves some of the fabric, but not all of it. Maybe it's the way she was raised, maybe the way she grew up. Brenda says, and is it a yes? The foundation piecing is better than strips because all the scraps bias go every which way.
Yeah.
Diane says she made up her mind. She's doing up Christmas this year. Purple is for all of the lives lost in pain and suffering. White is for the hopes and prayers and dreams of tomorrow. I like that, Diane. That's nifty.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Scott. Ashton, what do you want to do? I completely forgot.
Nope.
Brush the cat.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Take trash out. Whatever needs to be done. Walk around and look. You're a big boy. You got nothing else to do?
It's chore time.
Tomorrow we're going to do the house top to bottom. So we're going to dust
Another
everything.
one of
We're gonna do
these.
ceiling fans. We're going to vacuum.
I totally need some more color to add to this.
Diane says they're having spaghetti. Now we're going to talk about food.
No, I asked what everyone's doing for Thanksgiving and what
Oh.
they're having.
Diane's going to have spaghetti. Heather says they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia.
What do you have in Australia? I'm curious about that. I know, like, Canada has Thanksgiving, but theirs is different than ours.
Yeah, theirs is in October.
In October. So what does Australia have, or other countries? For those of you that are in other countries, and you can comment after this video too. What kind of things other than Christmas? Because every country celebrates Christmas, but what kind of thing, and Easter? What kind of things do other countries have that, like, America has, that are like similar, you know? So we have Thanksgiving. What do you have that as a celebration to give thanks to those blah blah blah, you know, all that kind of stuff? I mean, oh, another thing about this darn thing, it gets dusty quick, and I've realized if you just flick this a few times, all the little dust particles fall out of it, and anything that's stuck. I realized that. Because I can't wipe it like the other blade. I just wipe it against my clothes and everything comes off. So.
Well, Gwen says she finally got the turkey legs her son wanted. Kim says that she's ready. The kids are busy, so she's going to do turkey breast in the pressure cooker and bake a sweet potato. June's going to her son's to help get dinner ready. Bill is working. It'll be fun. Emily couldn't find a turkey. It was a whole bird. So it's just her and the hubby and her 6-year-old. So no turkey for them. They're going to do a rib roast, which that sounds really good.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Lisa says they're celebrating with the son and family at their home on Saturday. Deep frying a turkey. I've had deep fried turkey before. That's good.
I haven't had deep fried turkey.
I did it with McCluskey's 1 year ages ago. It was good. Bonnie's going to do her red, white, and blue for her veterans quilt.
See, those I'll make. That's only because
staying home
I know lots of vets. I'm just commenting.
Staying home and ordering 2 turkey dinners to help the restaurants around there.
Oh, that works.
Yes, you know lots of vets through me. We do a lot of veteran stuff.
So when it comes to
support
red,
the
white, and
vets.
blue fabric, obviously, I don't consider that a holiday fabric, so I will buy red, white, and blues.
We support
To make
veterans
stuff.
around here.
I've done the veteran quilts, so, I mean, that's one that I don't like. I don't know. It's just something about Christmas and Easter fabric.
Brenda
It's
says
not
her
against
neighbor.
all.
What's that?
Oh, it's not against all. Like, I do have fabrics like this. If I can get one out. Poinsettias. Okay. That doesn't always have to be Christmas. It could just mean winter, you know, with holly leaves. It doesn't have to mean Christmas. So stuff like that, yes, it does get used. Actually, is that like 7? No, that's not long enough. hoping it was long enough I could throw it in with my mix of stuff here.
Brenda says her neighbor's smoking a turkey. Oh man, it's good. Now that I've never had, a smoked turkey.
There's this
That
one.
sounds very good.
Long enough. Needs to be pressed. I'm going to press this. I'm going to add some other color in here before I keep sewing, because if I don't, I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to add some more color. Is this long enough? Yes, it is. Let's add some of that. Is this long enough? Yes, it is. Let's add some of this.
June says they're just like him. They are good. Oh, I believe it's good. Smoked anything is good. What were you going to say? How many what?
How many people are actually sewing right now with me? Hanging out, sewing. Not sewing the same thing, but getting some sewing done. A lot of people listen and sew. So, just curious. Who's sewing?
They're all so busy sewing they can't type responses, see?
Yeah, see? That's good then.
See? So, Tiff, what's your design for these blocks?
I don't know
asks.
yet. I laid some out to give Scott kind of an idea of what I was doing, because he's like, what are you doing with all that? And I was like, I technically don't know. And I laid it out, sort of, and he was like, oh, that kind of looks really cool. So when I get farther, then I'll show more. I'm not that far yet.
Janet asks, how big is the quilt that you're making with these strips?
I'm going to try to make queen or king.
Oh, a big dog.
I'm trying to use a lot of this up. A lot, but I've not equally gone with both. At first I was equally doing the straight strips and then the paper piece ones, and then I kind of did way more of the paper ones. So now I gotta equally make the same amount of both. That way I know how big I'm getting as I go.
Well, Kim says, does embroidery count?
Yes.
Bonnie is crocheting. Brenda's pulling off papers, only making one block into a pillow.
Oh, that sounds good.
Linda is just watching and sewing, doing 16 patches for an Arkansas Crossroads pattern. Patty C says, hi, Tiff and everyone, making sew-in labels on my embroidery machine. And Teresa Louise says she's sewing and listening to you.
Fun, fun, fun.
So see, a lot of them are sewing. They're busy.
Okay, so I'm making
Sewing,
a pile
crocheting,
here
embroidering, it all counts.
to add more.
You're
That
making
way-
beautiful, crafty things.
Not everything is the same. So right here, I'm gonna leave this block here. That's what I'm making. Straight blocks. And now I'm just cutting, or I'm gonna cut out some more fabric to start sewing in these sets of twos, because I think it's like the same thing over and over again, and it's frustrating me.
Marlene is cross-stitching. June says she's standing still watching for letters to dry, so I'm in a quilt staying warm. Joyce says she's watching to learn quilting, which is a good thing. That's what this channel's all about, learning.
Yep.
Gwen says, I'm watching you in 3 Chiefs Raiders game.
Okay, come on, iron. For some strange reason, this
It's supposed to
iron...
be the, not 3. She's
It's
watching
not-
you in the Chiefs and Raiders game. So
Oh,
you and
okay.
football at the same time.
Where did my... There it is. I gotta wait for that iron to warm back up. Sometimes it doesn't stay. Okay, see, I can't... It's what I'm not used to, is this releasing the blade thing. So I'm just cutting 1.5 inch strips off of everything.
Lisa's sewing pockets onto the last apron, which she's giving as a gift. Dan's making a cheap cut of roast wrapped in foil on the pit, and it will be so tender and juicy, just melt in your mouth. You guys are making me hungry. That's why I went out and started some food. Lisa says the Wizard of Oz is on.
Ooh.
Tiff likes the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, I do.
You have, what, how many of them? You have like a second and third
I
one?
like Return to Oz. I don't know why. Everyone says, oh, that was one of the funkiest movies, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know why. I just like it. I like Return to Oz.
Yeah, I can't. We tried to watch it together. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Scotty doesn't like it.
I've watched Titanic with her, and I've watched all the Twilight movies with her, and I don't mind watching stuff like that, but I couldn't do The Return of Oz.
It's Return to Oz.
Whatever. We never watched the original together. Maybe we should try that one. Sherry's making her first Christmas quilt using a Sew Yeah video pattern.
Ooh.
Brenda Simon is sewing with you and working on a trip around the world quilt.
Yes, I just threw that really skinny piece into my strings.
I'm gonna go check that.
Okay. I'm just stacking some of this up real quick, and I'm going to subcut.
AJ, you done it every day?
I'm trying to just blend a bunch more colors in here. See if I can't do this. So weird cutting that way. It feels odd. Alright, those can get mixed in. Let's do 2 sets. There we go. The rest of these can all go in my strings. Alright, let's cut some more. You can hear the iron talking behind me.
Diane says, I just don't like Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. Why, is he in the Oz movie?
No, yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
He is? Oh, I didn't
remember.
even know that.
I'm not thinking right now.
I love Robin Williams. He's a funny guy.
Are you kidding me? See, now I know why I struggle with this whole sitting and cutting thing.
Emily's also watching football. She's not invested because none of the players are on her fantasy football team.
Wait, what? You have a fantasy football team?
Yes, a lot of people do that, huh?
Weird. Not me. I don't really care for football. I got enough football when I was a kid.
I was sad when what happened with Robin Williams. I liked Robin Williams, John Candy, James Belushi. Who's the other funny guy with Adam Sandler? I can't think of his name. Big fat guy.
I don't know.
Him and Adam Sandler used to do a lot of Saturday Night Live. He did Tommy Boy,
I don't remember. I don't know if that's good.
Black Sheep, Tommy Boy. Oh my gosh. I can't think of his name, but I love all those funny guys.
Throw those away anyway. Alright, let's subcut these real quick and then throw them into my pile, and then I gotta iron the pieces that are up there.
Emily says yes, she does have a fantasy football team. She's 6-4. Oh, Diane says she was thinking of Peter Pan, Return to Neverland. No, we've seen the Peter Pan movies. I've watched those.
I was gonna say, I didn't think Robin Williams was in Return to Oz. Alright, one more from this color.
Brenda Foley says she's just sewing a spot that she didn't get pieced all the way. What kind of critter would be on a squirrel's John Candy tail? Chris Farley, that's it. Thank you, Kathleen. Chris Farley. I liked him too. Yes, I know what happened to Robin Williams, Diane. I know he committed suicide. I was just saying that was sad. I wasn't trying to get into a big discussion on it. I was just saying what happened to him was sad. No, John Goodman isn't who I was talking about, but I like him too. I was talking about Chris Farley. But yes, Gwen, John Goodman's a good one too. He was Dan and Roseanne. I used to like to watch that show when I was young. My mom loved it.
Alright, I'm just gonna add some more color to my pieces and see how many I can sew.
No, the camera, so I had to quick do that. Get you going.
Alright, that way I have more colors to choose from, because it seems like I was doing the same colors over and over and over, which it really was, so. So far the only thing that I don't like is holding this and holding the ruler at the same time. For some strange reason, I still slip, and it is definitely frustrating.
Diane says John Goodman's on the show The Connors, but he looks a lot different, very much older. Yeah, I haven't watched that show.
Connors? I don't know.
It's a Roseanne remake without Roseanne. I've never seen it. I don't know what happened, if they make her that she passed away or
Oh my
what.
goodness, that was exact. Holy moly.
I gotta go check food.
That worked perfect.
Keep an eye on these cheese things, so I don't have to go back for them. Oh, no, never mind, they're done.
So, trying to think of stuff to talk about today. Alright, that's going to be simple because they are all the same. Just going to line them up because I'll get 2 from every one. Yay! I like it when my scraps are the exact size that I need. That works out perfect. See that backwards cutting on the opposite side thing? Kind of odd, but it works. All right. Just a little bit more to chop up. Gotta remember to turn this ruler around when I'm using the small one. Again, for those that are curious, I'm cutting 1.5 inch strips.
I put in 16. Lisa says her most memorable Saturday Night Live skit was Dan Aykroyd in the Bless-Matic. Were you guys born back then? Probably not, but I love Saturday Night Live. I used to watch the old reruns with Dan Aykroyd and all those guys.
Fun fact about me, you guys want to know something? I do not like stand-up comedy. I don't watch it. There's no point. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I know like stupid jokes like knock knock who's there, but I don't get stand-up comedy. I mean, because
you used to watch some of them with me and the kids, like Jeff Dunham with the little puppets.
But some of it I don't understand, like whatsoever. Like they stand on the stage and make fun of themselves and everyone laughs. So I don't know why, but I just could care less. So there's something you guys
Did
never
you ever
knew
like
about me.
Saturday Night Live though? That's
No.
not really stand-up comedy. They do
No.
skits and.
No. Bless you.
Thank you and
No.
stuff there.
Never. Could care less.
I like Saturday Night Live.
I don't know why, but I've never been a stand-up comedy person or any kind of real. I mean, obviously I'll watch comedy movies and things like that, but it's different than stand-up comedy. I don't know why. It just is. Are you kidding? See, this is what I can't do.
Joyce agrees with you. She says, I agree.
I don't know why.
I like. Have you ever seen Robin Williams stand-up comedy? His is funny.
I've seen it. Don't laugh. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
George Carlin was another good one. I liked him.
Am I weird for that? I mean...
Emily says the same thing. She says, me either. OMG. Nobody believes her. She says...
It's like it doesn't...
I dislike slapstick comedy. I think it's cruel.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched this one where the guy was making fun of fat people and all sorts of like just grotesque stuff, like talking about the fouls of being overweight. And the guy was overweight and he was talking about the fouls of it and making fun of it, and everyone's in the audience laughing, and I'm like, really? Gross. Why? To me, I don't get it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem funny to me. Seems more sad. If you're gonna make fun of yourself, go to the gym. I mean, seriously.
Nowadays, a lot of them get political, and I don't like too much of that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Back in the days when George Carlin and Robin Williams did some political stuff, that was funny because they did both sides. They made fun of everything and anything. Nowadays, they seem to only pick one side, and it's kind of weird if they do that. But a lot of the comedians seem to be doing that nowadays.
So there's a fun fact about me. I don't do stand-up comedy. I don't know.
June thinks the slap's stupid also.
Yeah.
Hi, Ruth. Ruth says hi, everybody.
Hello to everybody who has just joined.
On to a new line. Brenda says, Tiff, have you seen Lori Holt's new line of fabric coming out? 30 and 40 ladies on it, sort of like your purse fabric.
No, I have not. I have not. And can I tell you guys another thing? I may be a quilter, but I don't really know fabric lines. Seriously, I don't. I see a line, I'm like, oh, that's pretty. I'll buy it. I don't know who it's from. That's why I tell you guys, because I'm trying to teach myself to learn the different kinds of fabric lines. Like I know Tula and I know Cafe Facet, but I don't really know.
We do cheap Walmart fabric normally.
I buy Walmart a lot, so yeah.
But now that Walmart's outsourcing and they're 3 times the price of Joann's nowadays, it's kind of hard.
All right. Let's go down there. So yeah, I'm not really I don't know. I don't know fabric lines. Does that make it bad? I'm a quilter that does not know. I think it's kind of weird, but for myself, I should know, but I don't.
Lisa says she has a very warped and sarcastic sense of humor and is easily entertained. That's probably me.
I have a warped sense of humor.
You
but
do have
not,
very warped and sarcastic.
Not from other people. I don't know why.
You have your own.
I have my own way of me.
You have your own dirty sense of humor.
Yeah. I was told I was a potty mouth or a gutter mouth, but that has nothing to do with stand-up comedy. I'm just cutting more now of these other colors just to make sure that there's enough of everything. The rest is just going to go on my strings and I'll work on it another day.
June says, me too, Tiff. I like or I don't.
Yeah, I don't know why. Since I've been quilting, I've really never paid attention to the fabric line. If it goes with something, because I'll mix everybody's fabric lines together. If it goes together, it goes together. So I never paid attention to whose line it was.
Here we go. Delilah says the hubby loves the Three Stooges and she can't stand them. I like the Three Stooges.
I liked it when I was a kid. Since I've been an adult.
Yeah, I really don't watch them now. I did love them when I was a kid, so I don't know. Maybe if I watched them now, I wouldn't, but I don't know. Here we go. Back to quilting talk. Kim says, I don't know fabric lines either. I know Cafe Facet and Tula Pink, but that's it. That's the ones you said.
Yeah,
Bonnie doesn't know fabric lines either, so you're not the only one.
I never thought anything of it. I just, like some people, I know there are quilters out there that can take a look at this fabric without the selvage and know whose line is it. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I was smart enough to know because,
That's okay. When I was huge into weightlifting, I didn't know who weightlifters were other than Arnold and maybe 1 or 2 guys. Guys at the gym used to talk about, oh, did you see a video of this guy? Did you see this guy? Did you see that guy? And I'm like, I have no clue who you're talking about.
Yeah,
So just because you're into something doesn't mean you need to know the whole works of it,
I know how fabric is made. That's about it. I've watched it in YouTube videos. All right. I think I have enough pieces now to keep chain piecing. I'm pretty sure I have enough to chain piece. All right. Oh, here, let's add some more of these ones because these ones are pretty cute. I can't tell what it is.
Lisa says in the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote. We like those.
It's cartoons. Cartoons are a little bit different.
She says, I know very few fabric lines.
Like, I know this is a grotesque cartoon, but you guys know Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, those kind of things. I watched those as a kid. They were kind of comedy, but they were also cartoon. I watched The Simpsons and what was that other one? No, I didn't watch South Park.
Oh,
I never liked
South
South Park. That's
I didn't
one
like
that
Ren
I
and
never
Stimpy
liked.
and Beavis and Butthead that much.
But
I liked South Park and The Simpsons.
Yeah, I didn't like any of those, but I did like them. I thought it was weird because Ren and Stimpy is really gross, like chopping off heads and stuff.
Yeah, they were horrid.
But I don't know, comedy was never my thing. Never.
Anyway, Brenda says she loves Maywood Studio. She can spot all of it.
Really? That's cool. Not me.
See, most of them don't know too many fabric lines either, so you're not doing too terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
T's a pro. You ought to ask T if she knows fabric lines. She's a pro.
She does.
Does she?
Knows. Yeah.
Yeah, T's a pro. She knows a lot. She's
She
a
likes
smart
to
woman.
name them in videos.
She's a smart woman there. Oh, Judy, she's going back. Her favorite comedian was Red Skelton. That's my neighbor's favorite comedian. He's a little too old for our taste, I believe.
I wouldn't know.
What's Leroy gave me the disc years ago to watch the DVDs on them, we couldn't do it, neither you or me.
No.
Yeah.
Come on. Trying to find all these other colors that I just cut up so that I can put them in.
But that's okay, Judy. Keep your zone. I'm sure we like a lot of stuff you don't. But yep, you and my neighbor man will get along good. That is his favorite.
Another fun fact, some of you know, some of you don't know. Did you guys know I used to be a gymnast? I watch gymnastics videos all the time wishing, oh, I wish I could still just run through the house and do backflips and cartwheels and just bounce around everywhere. And then I look at those videos and I'm like, I'm tired just watching them. How did I do that all those years? I did gymnastics for, well, more than 20 years, but I kind of slowed down once I started having kids. So it was more like party tricks instead as I got older.
Yeah.
You know, hey, let's do a backflip. Okay, I'll do a backflip. And I did a backflip just randomly out of the blue because everybody thought it was cool at a party. I hit like 25 years old and my body just don't bend that way anymore. I have no idea why.
Lisa says Red Skelton's from her hometown, an icon. They never miss the show. That's cool. That was an off-the-wall fact, honey. But Tiffany actually wanted to go and do the Olympics.
Yep. I was a national.
Her body never let her because she had MS and all kinds of other issues, arthritis and whatnot.
Yeah, I had juvenile arthritis. It made it hard, but I still love to bounce around. Now I can't jump on a trampoline without pissing myself. I know you didn't need to know that, but there are probably some other of us, you know, those of you who have grandkids and have tried to jump on the trampoline with the grandkid, realize that, you know, you can't control it anymore.
Well, Kim, just 2 nights ago, she was trying to do stuff in the living room.
I was trying
Kim says if you ever try that again, she wants me to get it on video for her. Just 2-3 nights ago, she was doing it in the living room.
I have great upper body strength still, so yeah. I just couldn't hold myself steady. I'm very wobbly. I just recently started a workout regimen every other day. I'm going to do a little bit every other day with Scott's weights and just work out. And no, they're not heavy weights. They're literally 2.5 pounds. And if I put 2 on a bar, it becomes 5, 6, 7.5 pounds or something. Just slowly easing back into healthiness. That's what I'm trying to do. That's probably why I'm fatigued, because I've been
Could be
working out. Not heavily. I'm not like doing cardio or anything.
Are you off? Oh, nope, you're still on. It's just this one. This one wasn't catching up. Lisa says, wow, Tiff, that's spectacular. Talking about all the backflips. And
Yeah.
Bonnie Baker says she can't walk without peeing.
Don't trust me. I know. I have issues.
Kathleen loves Jerry Lewis but can't stand Jim Carrey.
I've learned to go
Some
pee.
think Jim is the new Jerry, but she thinks they're nothing alike. Yeah, I like Jerry Lewis better, to be honest.
I learned to teach myself to go potty every hour. And if I don't get to a bathroom, or I'm not near a bathroom within an hour, then I just don't drink anything to prevent me from needing to go.
Brenda says that hurts her wrists, lifting. Tiff has bad wrists too, as we were talking earlier, so she does very lightweight. She only does 2.5s or 5s.
Yeah.
I try to supervise her to a degree, but she likes to do her own thing, so I just have to let her go.
I do what's comfortable with my body when it comes to exercise. And since before I got sick with valley fever, I did exercise. Didn't exercise like you guys think. I don't go to the gym or anything like that. I just do my own thing in the room at night to get myself tired enough to fall asleep. So like I'll run in place. Well, this is what I used to do. I haven't been doing that, but I'll run in place, or I'll do sit-ups off of the bed, you know, hang off the bed and do sit-ups and just little things like that to keep sort of fit, because I have a muscle wasting disorder. So I have to keep movement somehow, some way. So I'm slowly, every other day now, I've been just just doing my own little slowly getting healthy again. That's the word.
Brenda says swimming is good exercise, water resistance. Tiff loves
I
it.
do that. That's what I usually do. But because it's winter time, I have no way to. So that's why I just decided to open up Scotty's weights and use those.
Lisa says Kegels, ladies, Kegels. They really make the difference.
Not always. Not when you have multiple sclerosis. That's one thing that Kegels does not help. Unfortunately. I do it all day long. I can just sit here and squeeze. But I have MS. So it's a nerve thing down there.
It's okay. You work out with me.
Oh, shut up. They don't need to know that. See what happens when the husband is in the same room?
Yeah.
You guys have seen it.
And
He likes to kiss me and pinch my butt and all that while I'm on camera. Like, hello, the camera's on. Please
do
don't.
it when you're off camera too.
He's affectionate. I don't have no affection in me. He's like a cuddler, and I can't stand cuddling.
Kim says that made her laugh. So see, I made people laugh.
Oh, go. I'm literally just chain piecing over and over and over and over again. Trying to mix the colors up. That way when I put the next two together, I can mix those up. I want variety in all these pieces because there's so much variety in the strings that go on the angle. So I want variety in the ones that are straight. I have a feeling though this will end up a pretty darn big quilt because I have so many string scraps.
Tom says hi, Tiff and everyone.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom. Lynn says hi to you.
How many of my men quilters are here today? Where's all my men quilters? We got Jim here too.
There's Eric here. Everybody loves Eric.
I haven't heard you say him come in.
Well, he's a talker. He probably would have. Hi, Lynn.
Where's all my men quilters?
Hi, Tom. Hi, everyone.
You guys got to convince this husband. I asked him. He was like, "So what are you gonna do?" I was like, "Well, I could teach you how to sew. You want to come and watch it? All the ladies are gonna love it." He goes, "No, I've been trying since I started YouTube to get him," and he's making funny faces. I've been trying since I started my YouTube channel to get him a block, just one block.
Years ago, when I was in the gym every day, I tried to get you to go with.
Well, there's no more gym, so.
Yeah, well, I read the comments for you. I talk. I help you out with whatever I can. I'll iron stuff for you. I ask you all the time to iron. You won't let me do that.
Yeah. You just are afraid of my beast right here, who has no name. I just call him Chucky. We talked about that last time too, about everybody who names their machines.
Lisa says, "Come on, Scott, give it up and go for it."
That's, and I was just talking to him about someday having not today.
I've cut pieces for you. I've done all kinds of stuff.
I was just talking the other day because where I bought my long arm, the computerized system is on sale. Like, it's not really affordable, but it could be. And I was like, well, I could get more jobs because everybody likes they don't all want custom quilting. They want choose something on the computer when they come, and that's what they want. And he's like, well, not right. I'm talking about in the future, but right now it's on sale. And I'm thinking to myself, you could do it too, Scott. You just load the quilt up. You've seen me do it. You know how to do it. And you just press start and it, bam, you just watch it. That's all you have to do. And he's like, well, you could wait a few more years.
No, that wasn't what I said. I said you haven't made enough money on quilts to pay for your first machine. Why do we need to buy more?
Well, yeah, same thing. Waiting a few more years.
So Becca's on, everyone. She says, hey.
Hi, Becca.
June says, come on, Scott, not man enough? Nope, I guess I'm not.
Someday I will get him to sit at the machine. I can give you a brother. Right here. See? A brother.
Yeah.
It doesn't eat your fingers.
I don't care about I'm not worried about that. Luann says she's 66 and had a hip done and knees soon, so hard thing walking and keep moving in the flower beds is good enough for her.
That works.
So there you
Whatever
go,
you guys
Luann.
can do to keep fit. I'm not saying I'm going on a fitness spree because I probably won't, and I probably won't stick with it like I did this, you know.
See, that's what I'm going with, Kathleen. I like your thinking.
What?
She says, nah, don't do it. You know what will happen? One block, and Tiffy won't be able to get me away from the beast. LOL. It's addictive. See? That's what it is.
Well,
I know, Lisa. Lisa says the quilting marine is pretty good. He's been teaching other vets. I know. I really used to like. I used to watch the quilting marine.
He knows when I'm watching the quilting marine. He can.
We've even donated stuff to the quilting marine. We like him. I used to comment on his shows. I used to watch him. He's a good guy.
Mark is awesome. They know who I am too, so I just don't ever catch the live stream.
Yes, we missed him when he was off. He was off for what, like 8 months?
Yeah,
we missed him.
Have lots of YouTuber friends. Ain't that right, Becca?
Yep, Becca's on here
Teresa.
saying hi to everybody.
Who else is here? Who are all my YouTubers that are here? You guys can drop your link in so that other people know, because there are beginners that are randomly always here.
Well, June wants to know what Mom thought of the pot holders. Those are Christmas presents. She hasn't gotten them yet.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten them. She did pick up the purchase of a custom bag though already.
Yeah, she bought a Tiffy bag.
She bought a custom Tiffy bag, and it's been picked up, and it goes to who she purchased it for.
Luann says she loves the quilting marine, but you're her favorite. Thank you, Luann.
Thank you. Thank you for all of my dedicated friends here at Tiffany's Quilting Life.
Kathleen says so much for reverse psychology.
Right. He will sew someday. Just watch.
I believe everybody needs their own hobbies. This is Tiff's hobby. The gym was my hobby, and I haven't given up completely on it. I would like to get back in there someday, at least to a degree.
Hi. All right, let's leave those free, only because I have to add a 7th.
Charla's just on.
Charla?
Charla, is that it? Charla's just on. Sorry if I messed your name up, darling. She wants to know what you're making.
I am making string strippy squares. I'm just putting strings together and making stuff. And now I'm going to move that out of the way for a second. Move that out of the way. Move that out of the way. Move that out of the way. Straighten this up here, and I'm gonna iron sitting down because I'm so tired of standing up. So that could just go right here next to me, and we're gonna break all these apart and then press them, and then sew them into groups of, sew the 2s into 4s, and so on and so forth, and then add 1 string to the end of every single block. And hopefully this will catch me up on the amount of blocks that I have for my up and down or side to side, whatever you want to call it, and then my 45-degree angle blocks. Because
Lisa
I'm trying to make a big quilt here.
Lisa says strongmen quilt. How cool would that be, Scott? I know they do. It's
And I'd have
just
to
not
change
mine.
the name of my channel to the Scott and Tiffany Show.
You'd still be the head of it. It'd be the
Okay.
Tiffany and Scott show. It's just not my forte. I don't have any. It's not a chauvinistic that men don't do it thing. Like we said, I like the quilting marine.
I can tell you guys a quick story. I talked to my doctor the other day, and he's like, well, what do you do that would cause carpal tunnel? What do you think would be the cause of this? And I said, well, I'm a quilter, but it didn't start that way. It started as a driving thing and then riding my motorcycle. That's how this whole wrist thing started, but it was all randomly all the time. So I always just chalked it up as it's an arthritis thing because it's a joint. And then it started burning, and it's just started over further and further getting worse as I'm long arming, as I'm quilting, as I'm doing anything and cutting and so on and so forth. So he asked what I do. I said, I'm a quilter. He's like, this is how you know that people don't know nothing about quilting these days. And it's a stereotypical
Yes,
type
stereotype.
answer he gave me. Oh, like a little old 80-year-old grandma? That's what my doctor said. Like a little 80-year-old grandma. I said, no, more like it's any age nowadays. And yeah, so he goes, so you're 40 and a quilter. And I said, yes, I'm 40 and a quilter. He goes, I want a blanket. He didn't say quilt. He said, I want a blanket. That's what he said on the phone. I'm like, are you serious, Doc?
He's a doctor. He can afford it.
Yeah, I'm like thinking to myself, how it's men, women, there are people, lots of people think that this is just an old folks thing. This is not an old folks thing. Get it out of your head, people. If anyone else out there in this world is watching this video, this is of all ages. There are 6-year-olds that know how to do this. There are 20-year-olds that know how to do this. There are 90-year-olds that know how to do this. There's probably 100-year-old quilters out there too. Somebody from that generation has to teach the next. That 50-year-old has to teach their kid. That person's going to teach their kid. Or else it'll never stick around. So people, it's so stereotypical answers from my doctor of all things. I'm like thinking to myself, what does he know?
Anyway, Pepsi Girl says hi to us, and she doesn't usually get to watch live, but she does love watching the uploads.
Oh, well, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for watching.
Kathleen says, bodybuilding midnight quilters.
That would be cool.
Is that what you should call it?
So
Lizette says
Scott
hi.
can just work out in the background. You guys can stare at his hairberryness.
No.
He's working out. Wow, he does not look anything like the quilting cowboy. So there's no whatever there. So if you guys want to stare at somebody while working on your quilting, there's somebody to drool over.
Hey, in my heyday, I was bigger than him. I just didn't have the 6-pack.
Yeah, no, Dale doesn't have a 6-pack.
Oh, really?
He's got
I thought he was quite cut.
a man gut.
Oh, he's in shape. He's in good
He's
shape.
got a man gut. Sorry, Dale, if you're watching this.
Oh, he's a good guy. He can take it.
Yeah. No, he's got a man gut.
He knows we're joking and fun. He's in
It's not
great
like
shape.
horrible. There's
He's in
gaps
great
underneath
shape.
it.
He's in great shape. The guy's in great shape. That's good.
All right, let's press all this.
Kim says that her dad loved helping her with quilts and he loved fabric shopping. That her husband does too, and he spends more than she does. I actually don't mind fabric shopping
doesn't
with
mind
quilt.
shopping
I don't
with
like spending all the money, but I don't mind fabric shopping. I actually help Tiff pick out colors. Half the time she doesn't go with my picks, but every now and then she does, and I actually help out.
He brings it to me and says, how about this? Will this work? How about this one? Will this one work?
Yes.
Like, do you even know what I'm making? That's not going to work.
I've been with her to Joann's more than once. It's an hour away, but I've been there, and yes, we go and do it together. Lizette says that sounds like a good name to Kathleen's, the bodybuilding midnight quilters. June says milk him, Tiff.
He's the one that does all my buying, though. Like,
Patty says that she got the Juki. She says, hi, Tiff. She got.
Hello. Yeah,
Okay, now
he's
say
the
whatever.
one that does all my buying. Like, I'll go, okay, I need this, and that. And he's like, okay, well, can you wait on this one for now? Because I just found that first item you said, and that's like too much right now for our budget. So can you wait on it? So he'll put it on some like watch or whatever, and then he'll get it for me later. So that's how the Martelli cutter came. I said I needed it. He found it on sale, and I got it. So he's the one that does my shopping for me when it comes to things that I need. If I need a specific book or template set or whatever, he's the one that gets those things for me. Because obviously I know where to look. I just Google it. But he finds the better deals. He's the deal shopper. Trying to press all these first, by the way.
Then we're talking about your doctor. Kim says she started learning to quilt when she was 5, and Virgie says show the doctor some of your blankets and purses.
You were correct the first time, Virgie.
Virgie, okay. Sorry, I mess up people's names.
I'm probably messing up
Lizette
too,
says
but...
you should have told him he's not quilt worthy.
Right. I'm not going to make him one.
Linda says the quilting cowboy does not impress her at all.
It does for some people.
Well, I would work out with him. He's in good shape.
And to think he's
Kathleen doesn't even know who he says. She said quilting cow who?
quilting cowboy. And to think Dale is 50 years old. I'm surprised he's still working. There are people that work, I guess, until they can't anymore. I don't know.
Well,
Of all ages.
That's my goal.
To keep working out until you're like 80.
Yeah, if I can ever get back to it. Kim says the husband did love, he's gone now. I think she's talking about quilting. Diane says my hubby's getting a tummy for the first time in his life.
It happens. That's what COVID is. What does everyone call it? Like the COVID-20 or something like that?
I don't know. June says my husband did like to help shop, and he did make a queen-size quilt, but he has been gone for 3 years now. Sorry, June. But at least you have those memories of him getting into it with you. That's good. Heather says, yay, mail's here, and I got a jelly roll called Quiltolical from our Spotlight store. Quiltolical. Yes.
Interesting.
She also got a scissors USB stick from Sweet Pea. She only ordered them Friday and got them today. Holy cow.
That was the same with my rotary cutter. He ordered it, and 2 days later, or 3 days later, it was here. Yeah, it came in 3 days. I was like surprised.
Yeah, but then other stuff we ordered, like that one thing sat in California, that place in California for a week and a half. I forget where in California, but it's like we could have literally walked there and back in the time that it took them to ship it here.
Oh, that's killing my wrist more.
Do you want me to iron? I always tell you I can iron.
Well, can you figure out how to, I don't think this, okay, I gotta tell you guys something here.
Heather says the fabric is called Romance Rose.
This mat is really puffy for, ironing on the go. It's a go June Taylor mat, quilters quilt cut and press. My ironing board is homemade with a piece of plywood, 3/8 inch plywood. Yeah, 3/8 inch plywood with cotton batting and a sheet, like the bottom, a top sheet, and then it's stapled together. So it's not very thick. I have so much flatter blocks pressing on this flat surface with barely anything than pressing on these puffy surfaces like a regular ironing board would be, and or this. Like, these blocks are not, these pieces are not coming out very flat. It's kind of frustrating in a way. Like, and or it's trying to bow them because it's not very flat. And it's just, personally, I think that, yeah, while you're on the go, you can make something, but I seriously do not like this surface. I think it's too squishy to be pressing with.
Heather says her fabric is called Romance Rose. Another Heather says her hubby's an enabler. LOL. He doesn't really care what I buy as long as the bills are paid and we have plenty of food in the house. LOL.
I wish we could be like that right now, but...
Well, that's me. I let you buy whatever you want as long as bills are paid first. You get everything you want. It just may not be when you want it. I told you this the other day. You just have to wait sometimes for another month to come for us to pay some bills.
It's not like I want much anyway. I got a lot of stuff in here.
Charlotte says, oh, Tiff, let him iron.
Well, that's what I'm going to do right now. So
June
are you paying
says
attention to what I'm doing here so that I can just give them to you to iron while I still
okay,
use
well,
the other?
I'm reading. June says, I ordered a raincoat back in May and I still haven't gotten it. Ordered it from other places and had no problem.
Interesting.
Lisa says, my last fabric order went from Vegas to Virginia and Maryland and back to Indiana. Made her laugh.
Yeah, we get that sometimes too, where we order something from somewhere and it'll go from like New York to Mississippi to New Mexico, then back to Texas, and then to here, Arizona. I'm like...
They'll go back and forth, or they'll go to Vegas and then Phoenix and then here when Vegas is closer. Or they'll go to Phoenix and then Vegas and then here when...
See what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Splitting
you open them and I'll iron.
Side. Well, no, I'm just showing you because I'm going to hand it all to you. You can iron it all.
Diane says, that's interesting, Scott. It's a proven fact that most men are impulsive shoppers, but there's an exception to every rule. Yeah, I'm not an impulsive shopper by any means.
Just open them up. Press
Here,
it to one side and don't let there be a fold.
Okay, I'm at Charlotte. Right there.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which side.
Let's put him to work. You guys can... Let's see how he's going here.
It's just ironing. It's not hard.
You got to make sure that
I have to put this iron back on though to keep charging every time, huh?
It doesn't charge, it just heats up. That's a heating element.
Whatever, charge sheet.
See,
this is all you do. You just push it down, right?
Have you tried wool mats? Your blocks will press. I don't like wool mats because of the smell. I'm very, 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 very sensitive to smell. Like, put like 100 varies on that. I'm that sensitive to smells. I don't like smells at all.
No, she does not. I cannot wear cologne anymore, even cologne that she's bought me. She doesn't even like my deodorant, but we have to draw the line somewhere. Gotta wear deo.
Yeah, so I'm that, yeah, I can't do smells. So in the wool mats, I've been told and been smelt it. I've been told some of them, some companies' wool mats smell worse than other companies. No, just throw them on
throwing
here.
them on, huh?
I'm just sewing them and step it forward.
Okay, just like that, right?
Yeah, as long as there's no crease or fold right here. As long as that's not creased down.
Okay.
He's doing something here, guys. Look at that.
He's doing something. I offer to iron all the time. Haven't ironed since I was in the military, but in the military you iron pretty much every day. Like we don't know how, it's not hard.
I follow a YouTuber on how to make portable ironing table. I use a lot of steam it runs, right? The backside wrecked my table. Oh, second guessing the project. Well, using my ironing board made of the plywood with the cotton batting and then the sheet, which has yet to fail me. I made that 4 years ago almost.
Something like that, yeah.
There's not a rip or a tear. That ironing board cover on my actual ironing board I made like 5 years ago, and it's covered in holes. And then I made a new one for it like 2 years ago, and that is already worn. But I use this more than anything because I leave it set up at all times now.
And we have a video of us making that. We made it together. If you guys want to watch it, it's
we don't
an
have the
old school
making
video.
the whole thing. We have putting the wood together, and I told everyone how I made the bottom part. I had to go back and look at the video one day.
Okay, we have a video of us making most of it.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to record the saw part. That's me too, Scott. I'm in charge of bills, so my self-control comes into play since our income is took such a hit this year. Yeah. Sucks. Everything took such a hit this year. 2020 has been just one of those years. Oh, look, he's going to sit and hang out this time. Now he can look at you guys in the camera.
My back hurts from yesterday. I did a brake job yesterday on a friend of ours' car.
Yeah, the boys did brakes yesterday.
And yes, my back is still somewhat sore. I don't want to stand here and bend over the whole time. I don't care if they look at me. They can look at you. I don't like being on camera. I'd rather not. I'd rather do this over there, but this is how you have me set up.
It's called a tour to package. I'm teaching my hubby to, yeah, tour to package. I get it. It's funny now. I'm teaching my hubby to quilt, but he has yet bought his own. I have my own money. He still complains about the money. Lisa says Lottie took the hubs 3 months to buy tennis shoes. He overthinks every time, every purchase. Kathleen, me too. Smell, touch, highly sensitive here. Yes. Touch isn't that bad. Certain things feel weird. I'm not really, it's against my skin from MS. It's my legs usually have the touch problem. It's a weird sensation and it doesn't happen every day.
Wrong? Because I couldn't get that one to stay flat up there. I tried. I didn't want to burn my finger though. Oh, you're using water too. Oh, fancy, fancy. Yes, I know steam. Water, same thing.
Here, we'll teach Scotty a secret real quick. Watch. So, and I have a cat right here too. Like everybody's hanging out today.
He's hyper at the moment. He's slept
Simple
all
trick.
day.
While it's like this.
Yeah.
Setting the seam, relaxing the thread, how everybody says it. And all those, I don't really do, say all the extras, but then you open it up real quick and then you press it and it stays back.
Relaxing the thread, huh?
Yes. Relaxing the thread.
Fancy.
Technically, it's just relaxing the holes that you made in the thread.
Fancy.
softening it all up. My son took 40 minutes to pick a belt.
That is not me. I hate being in the store. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
I'm the one that goes and bugs Tiff. Are you ready yet? Are you done yet? Are you ready yet?
We went to Walmart and I knew that I wanted some long sleeve shirts because I don't have enough long sleeve for winter. And I'm in the men's department shopping for long sleeve shirts. And it literally took, what, like an hour for me to choose.
Yes.
And then I only bought one long sleeve shirt.
I went around and finding tons of them for you, saying, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? So I was there with you, but yes, you took all day going day.
And yes, I do shop in the men's department for some things, long sleeve shirts being one of them, because the women's long sleeve shirts are so much thinner. I showed him the difference. I was like, now you know why I wear women or men's instead of women's, because they're so thin. The fabric is definitely different between men and women's. And it could be the same brand, but women's are different. The only bad part is men's section does not sell V-neck, and I prefer V-neck shirts over these because this sits on my throat and it makes me feel weird. But yeah, I'm one of those that spends forever because I can't make up my mind in a store. That's why I don't go food shopping, because then I just, do I really think I'll eat? Do I want to eat this? Am I going to buy this? Or I'll just buy it and then I won't eat it and he'll have to eat it.
No, me and the kids go food shopping together. Tiff and I used to go grocery shopping late at night together, and she'd get 2 cartloads.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. You made this one have a crease.
Oh, sorry. I did your trick. Didn't do it right.
It's like I just butt the iron up to the fabric like that.
Okay, well, I can do that.
He's learning. He's learning.
It's iron, and it shouldn't be that difficult.
What did you do after your military services? What June asked.
What did I do? That's job-wise? I did lots of different things. I wanted to be a cop, but I had really bad knees, so I worked at the police department in a jail. I guess a jailer, even though it was at a police department and wasn't at prison. So I worked with cops and did a lot of the police officers' actual paperwork and stuff like that. I did that for a while. But that's when the economy was still good in 06. It was before it died in 07 and 08. So I quit to do my own business, to do my own handyman type business, because I could make a lot more money. So I did my own handyman work for a while. Or you name it, I pretty much did it. I did a little bit of everything. And then when I met Tiff, she had the in-home daycare, and she was making more money than me, so...
Heather said, in the military, it had to be perfect, Scott.
Yes, it did.
So
that is true.
I'm the one here trying to correct him.
That is true.
I don't know why. I think it's the non-flat surface is why this is happening.
Well, yeah. I'd rather iron on the board over there.
Whatever. I'm going to iron all these blocks afterwards anyway. He's helping, so that's a plus.
You act like I never help you. I help you all the time.
I made
You're
one
making
of
stuff
the
up
big
for the
ironing
video. I do
boards
stuff for
tonight
you
for
every
my
day.
Girlfriend. Bonnie made a good big ironing board. Lizette wants to know what pattern block are you making. I'm making just string blocks like this. They have 7 pieces in them so that they're 7.5 by 7.5. The way it goes with my pile here, for those that are just joining, I've been making tons of these, and I've made so many strings on the diagonal that in their foundation paper piece, but I haven't been making as many of the actual across because I'm using both to make a quilt. So I'm going to be using both directions for one quilt. And yeah, I counted last night. No, yeah, was it last? It was last night. I was in here and I counted and I was like, I have so many more of these than the others. So I need to catch up so that I can keep having an equal amount of both, because I'm trying to make something big. Don't know what just yet. But
don't know what. We're trying.
I kind of gave Scott an idea by laying what I could out on the table, but they are 7.5 inches, so I was only able to lay 4 across, 4 down. So you really don't get the complete idea of what I'm trying to do, but he liked so far. He thought it looked neat. So I get these ideas in my head, and sometimes you just need to sew them up, and that's what I'm doing. Is just sewing up a idea from my head.
What's the third one on there?
You look good on camera, Scott. You look good on camera, Scott.
I don't believe you, but okay, thank you.
He
I
doesn't.
don't want to be on
He
camera.
doesn't think he's cute.
I don't
I
like
tell him
being
all
on
the time.
camera.
He doesn't listen to his wife.
I could have never been a famous movie star. It's not for me.
Where was I? Yes, steam, hot water. Good night, everyone. Will watch replay. Good night, Lisa. You're probably gone by now, but good night. It all depends on the region you're in. Shirts up north are thicker than down south. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just go in the men's department. It's so much better. Linda wears long Hanes men's socks that come up to your knees in the winter. I wear long socks in the winter too. I don't like cold at all. So anything under 70, except when I'm in the house, it's okay.
Yeah,
but
cold for you is much different than cold for most of these women
yes,
that live in
cold
places
for
where
me,
it's...
when it's like 40 degrees outside, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt with a sweatshirt and a robe over it, just so I can go outside and smoke. And I'm wearing like, what are my fluffy pajamas called?
Yeah.
Fleece pajama pants, really thick ones with tall socks and really full on length. Vicky made me some slippers she calls combat boots.
Yep.
And I'll put
She
those
wears
on.
those a lot.
And to keep my feet warm with my big, huge socks inside of them, because I get cold so easily. So easily. Like right now, I'm actually wearing 2 shirts, not just one, because I do get cold. And it's like, what, 72 in the house right now or something like that?
It's not even that. It's probably 76. I'm hot. I want to take my shirt off,
That's
but I
'cause
can't
you're
because I'm
sitting-
on camera.
That's because you're sitting in front of the iron. If you weren't
Can't,
sitting
'cause
in
I'm
front
on
of the iron, it would be
camera.
different. My Scotty walks around with no shirt on all day long. Even if it was 60 degrees in the house, he still does.
Oh no. I put my shirt on this morning when I got up. I'm not like I used to be. My blood's starting to thin. It's taken it years to do, but it's thinning.
You got him now, Tiff. Gateway drug for quilting. Ironing.
I ironed for years in military. There's nothing to it, but no, it's not.
Good night, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Be safe. Have a great week. Good night, Kathy. You're probably gone by now, but good night. June goes into the store. I have a list, then I don't hardly buy anything because nothing sounds good, and then I don't want to make it. Hi, Cheryl. Let's see. I'm saying good night to Kathleen. Cherie says, I'm back. So sad. No family for Thanksgiving. Son and family in Virginia. PA is on lockdown. I guess just have to sew. Silver lining, right? Yeah, it kind of sucks, all this stuff that's going on in the world. It makes no sense to me, but whatever.
We don't deal with the politics.
Tiffany, did you wash your jelly roll before making a quilt? No,
You're
you do
supposed to be
not
telling me
wash.
seriously?
Here, give it to me. You do not wash jelly rolls. Do not wash layer cakes. Do not wash charm squares. Do not wash honey buns or any other pre-cut. I don't even suggest washing fat quarters, honestly, because then you're going to start with a 10-inch square, and after you wash it, and I know this from experience, you end up with a 9-inch square. Obviously, you can still make something, but I have washed pre-cuts before only because it was given to me by somebody who smokes in their quilting area, so I had to wash it. And again, that whole sensitive to smell thing. I washed it, and I did it all by hand, never threw anything in the dryer. I just washed it, hung it on the clothesline outside to dry, and then brought it in and ironed it, and yeah, it shrunk. Some pieces shrunk more than an inch. So yeah, do not. Plus, if you pre-wash a jelly roll, you're going to end up with a washing machine tie-up tangle, and then you go to pull it out, and you won't be able to get them all apart. It's just going to be a disaster. So never wash jelly rolls, never wash layer cakes. It all gets washed when you're done making the quilt. So just don't wash it. Now, if you're using yardage, go ahead, wash your yardage. No big deal. But pre-cuts, I would say don't do it. They shrink down way too much. They make a big mess. Just don't do it.
Oh, it's got ironing.
Well, Mom's wrist hurts too much, so...
I know, I'm struggling trying to do this, but I'm doing it.
Well, I'm not doing your home video for you. If you're
No,
doing something...
I'm almost done. It looks like you're almost done doing what I'm almost done with sewing. Let's see. Sorry, let's see, Heather. I wish I could be sewing tonight, but my eyes are screwing with me bad. I forced week off until I can get new glasses. Oh, that's gotta suck not having glasses that are good. Saying goodnight to Kathy.
For all of us that wear glasses, we feel your
always
pain.
freaking cold. Yes, Heather. I don't know why. I've been this way since I was a child. When I grew up in California, I get cold easily. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know why. Cold. My mom used to tell me it's because I'm skin and bones, but I don't believe that to be true because I know other people that aren't skin and bones that get freezing cold easily. So I'm just not. I just don't like cold. It just does not feel good. And you add full body arthritis into that, and it just makes it so much worse. So. And how many more are there?
A lot. Why?
Oh,
You're going faster than me, so... What?
this is awesome having him here actually pressing.
I'll tell you all the time I will iron for you.
You
I
need
don't mind ironing.
Mary says I need to snuggle up to you. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not a snuggler or a cuddler or whatever. That's just, I don't know.
You can tell whatever
that-
stories you want to. We used to spend all day, the whole day,
That was a
on
long
Sundays
time ago.
in bed snuggling. So you
Not
can
really
tell whatever.
snuggling, sitting next to each other while you lay your head on my shoulder.
Okay,
That's not
it
snuggling.
was pretty much snuggling. You did too. You just don't want to admit it. You're
That was-
acting all tough
That
now.
was like 8 years ago. I'm different now.
6 years ago, Missy. Well, no, 7. Sorry, 7 years ago. Every Sunday was our snuggle day.
All right, now to. All right, now to snip all these apart because 1, 2,
Yeah, I need time to catch up.
3, 4, and then I need singles still. It says 6 of 3 sets of 3. All right, I'm not gonna sit and snip. We're gonna sit through this.
Well, obviously, that's why you got the cool little thing. One of your lovely fans sent that to you.
This is from Michelle, my bestie.
Mm. Your fans always take care of you.
I feel so spoiled most times. Every time I get something in the mail, I feel spoiled. Of course, it's been a while since I've gotten any mail. Just so I can put this little reminder in there. For those of you who don't know, I like postcards. I like postcards. See my postcards? I've got, hold on, we're going to name it off. I got San
You
Francisco.
need to cut that.
I got Iowa. I got Indiana. I got Long Island. I got Illinois. I got London. I got New York. I got Greece. I got Australia. I got New York and Australia. Just letting you know, I like postcards. If you want to mail me a postcard from wherever it is you live, I mean, truck stops and stuff, you know, little gas stations stuff, everywhere sells postcards. If you want to send me a postcard, my address is in the description of every single video. I like postcards. I always have since I was a little girl. I don't know why. I used to have, my family used to send me postcards, and they'd live like, you know, 20 streets over. They would just give me postcards because I like postcards. All right. Instead of making you press, I'm just going to start opening them up and putting them together.
I can press. I'm done. None of those are together. This one has a huge string that you have to cut off. It can't be pulled because it's tearing the fabric. I thought it was a pull one. But no,
Well, I
it's
need to
tearing
add
the fabric.
2s to this. So, because I need 7 per.
Here, that one needs to be sewn. I'm not done with that one.
I mean ironed.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not sewing 8s, I'm sewing 7 pieces. So I'm going to open these all
Well, here's
up
the last of your 2s.
and make a bunch of 3s now. because now I have 4s.
Am
So
I
we're gonna
done?
make
Can
a
I go
bunch
over
more.
there and read?
Yep.
Okay.
We're
I
gonna
don't
make
wanna
a
be on
bunch
camera anymore.
more 2-piece units. I'm gonna count how many of these are right here. They could make a bunch more 2-strip units and then start putting them together in.
Where were these? Just leaning
Onto
up against
these.
the wall here?
Yeah. Oh, they fell.
Yeah. Where did you stop reading?
I don't remember.
Wizard of Oz is on TV tonight, says Gwen. Did you read that?
Nope.
You need to snuggle up to me. Did you read that?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2,
Me too,
3,
Tiff. I hate the
4,
cold. A true Southern from the wind. Did you read
5,
that?
6, no, 7.
Heather says I wash fat quarters by hand so that if it is going to shrink before I use it. This is my first jelly roll and wanted to know first.
14,
You already answered that one, right?
16, yep, 17.
Shirley says I'll freeze all the time and I'm definitely not skin and bones.
23, 24, 25,
Wendy says don't come to Canada in the winter. Yes, we know. We have a friend in Canada. We know.
26,
Gwen says The Wizard of Oz is on TV tonight.
29.
Maureen says teamwork. Heather says I love the gadget. I use mine all the time. Your purple cutting thing. Yep,
4,
it's
5.
cool.
All right, I'm going to.
The other
make
Heather says I get cold too,
7,
but I hate the
9,
heat
10.
as it is hard to cool down on a hot day. I can get warm on a cold one though. She also says, what are you using to cut the threads?
Oh, it's called the Cutting Gizmo, and it's from the
Is it the
Gypsy
gizmo
Quilter.
or the gadget?
It's from thegypsyquilter.com. So the Gypsy, Gypsy Quilter, Quilter.com, and this is the Cutting Gizmo. That's what it's called. It has like a rubber thing on the bottom, and then you can just change. So I can show you guys. All you do is stick a razor blade in it. So you can go to any Ace Hardware or Home Depot or Lowe's or anything and get a package of razor blades to replace. They also make another cutter. Becca has them. I think she has them in her shop. Are you still here, Becca? About your it's a little round thing, and you put your used rotary blades in it, and it also stands up on a little stand. I've seen those. I like this one too. They all would help, but this one is just the Cutting Gizmo, but there are plenty of different other cutting type deals out there. So to make it easier, especially if you're string piecing like I do, or strip piecing or chain piecing, that's the word. I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
Vivian says hi.
Hi. How is everybody that is just joining? Because I'm on an hour later than normal, and I'm now on for over an hour probably by now.
Yeah, you're on for 2.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to get all this sewn together as many as I can real quick. We're going to chain piece all this through. I need... I don't know how many more because I just counted and I'm pretty sure I'm off. I'm just putting all these little sets
You want
together.
me to count? I know how to do that.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just putting all these in sets of 2. I think I said 24, so is what I had. So now I'm just making all these so that I can grab and sew, grab and sew. I need to make a bunch more 2 sets because I need to technically make 3 sets. Sets with 3 strings each. So that means I'm going to have to cut some more fabric.
Heather says thank you for telling her about the gizmo there.
Oh, yes. Anything you guys ever see me use and you're curious about, just ask. I'll tell you. Like I usually get asked about my stickers on my sewing machine. Those are urbanalements.com. They have what they call tattoo art for machines. I'm tattooed, so why not tattoo my machine? They're just stickers. But yeah, if I have something that you guys see and you're curious about it, just let me know. I'll tell you what it is. Just like my machine, if you're curious, it's a Juki TL 2010Q. Right now, Sewing Machines Plus has this machine on sale for $899.
Okay, we haven't gotten sponsored by them at all, so we don't need to say everything.
I know. I'm just being silly about it.
We'd like to be sponsored, but...
I've been looking. Trust me. I've asked quite a few companies already, but I just don't have enough subscribers. You guys help my subscribers go up, and then maybe somebody will start talking to me. You know, I have not run out of bobbin yet. And now that I say that, I might run out of bobbin.
Yes, Tiff has her decals on.
Decals, that's the word I was looking for, but I just call them my machine has tattoos.
Her decals. Yep, that was another thing that was sent to you by one of your lovely fans. Yeah, you got hooked up.
Seriously, trying to relax my wrist at the same time. That is so hard to do. I don't know how any of you that have carpal tunnel continue to do this without having some kind of surgery, because this shit hurts. I need to cut some more pieces too.
Oh, Charlotte's got a question for you. What extension table do you have attached to you?
It's the table that comes with the Juki, actually. I don't know the name of it. It's just probably a whatever. It's probably like a generic one for any machine shaped this size. This shape right here, which is like the, what is it, a Genome has the same type machine, and then there's a brother with this same type machine, the PQ100 or something like that. I don't even know what it's called. I just know what they are. Anyway, that they're similar to this machine. So I'm pretty sure it's the generic tray that goes with all of them. It does come in handy, especially if you are needing a machine that has a tray for quilting and such. Oh, that was a single? Oh, looks like I do need to cut more. Alright, so I need to cut a bunch of more pieces real quick. So that means I need to iron some more fabric. And I'm going to cut.
Kim says, when I had carpal tunnel, I couldn't sew at all. After surgery, I got along great. Surgery's done in the 90s.
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't evolve into that, but
well, if it'll make it go away.
Definitely super crazy pain, that's for sure. I mean, I have enough pain in my life. I don't need any more, but this whole thing started a long time ago with driving. I used to long distance drive to California and back all the time to see my family. And then like when your hands are on the steering wheel, you know, I usually have like just one hand at the bottom of the steering wheel. So it was in this position a lot for long times. And then I put it at the top of the steering wheel and it would be in this position. So I would never get this like perfect angle. It's making that weird sound again. It's like grinding in there. I never got this perfect thing. I was a motorcycle rider also, which some of you don't know, but now you know, but some of you did know. I rode motorcycles, not Harley type motorcycles, street bikes like Hondas and so on and so forth. I rode motorcycles for a long time, and I think something to do with this right here with the motorcycle, because this was my throttle, you know. So I thought, well, maybe that's why. And then it doesn't, when we drive, if I'm driving more than 20 minutes, it starts hurting. So I always thought it was just arthritis pain, but continuously long arming and sewing and and it's all this and cutting and everything is definitely affecting me. So it's something. It's definitely something.
Brenda's on. She says hi, everyone. Vicky asks if you ever watch On Point TV and Quilting with Nancy.
I did a few times. Not on TV, though, just the replays on YouTube.
Heather says that she has cats all over her embroidery machine.
Aw.
And Shirley says to try wearing the brace. They help a little.
Yeah, I wear it, but it's Scott's hand size, not my hand size. We don't have one my size.
Kim says don't wait too long, Tiff. It delays the healing. The longer you wait, the more damage there is. Well, we haven't even got to see the doctor yet, so we don't know. Does your thumb and fingers tingle or go to sleep?
They tingle, but it goes to sleep, it tingles, and it burns. This whole area down this side burns, this side burns, the whole front side burns. It's a burning sensation. And my fingers swell, but that's an arthritic thing. I don't know if that's a carpal tunnel thing. I just made the suggestion that I'm pretty sure that's what it is to the doctor, because that's what it feels like, and that's what it says online that it is.
You can't see a doctor in person anymore. It had to be over the phone, so he's
Yeah.
going to send her to another doctor, and who knows, hopefully we'll get to see him in person. So how can they tell what's wrong with you if they don't even look at you?
Yeah.
Kim says she has arthritis too, but she can deal with that pain easier than not being able to feel them.
I need to cut singles. I'm opening them all up with my fingers first, and then I'm going to at least get as many blocks as I can sewn today, right now.
Oh, hey, am I supposed to be sewing while you're doing that?
You mean ironing?
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Oh, I was just doing it with my left hand. I need to cut some more pieces, so.
Well, since you were opening them, I thought you wanted me to iron.
Just finish these up and that's it. And I'm going to slide it over towards you. Or you can just take them to the ironing board, because it's actually flatter
Yes.
and taller.
Although I put your big thing of
All right.
straps up here.
Let me move this out
Strings,
of
as
my
you
way.
call them.
My
I'll
heavy
wake you
thing
up.
strings. My cat is in here too, so.
Sleeping in the corner.
I'm just
Sleeps
going to
all
use
day.
all these same colors again, only because I just need some single pieces cut. 24 of them, or actually 23, because there's a single right here. Just going to use all these same colors again. Doesn't really matter.
How many more of these are you doing? You've been on 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to finish sewing all this up now once everything is cut.
So you can
Alright.
always do a part 2 tomorrow.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
In between cleaning.
Alright, here's my singles to add to
Well,
it.
I'm just saying, if your wrist and everything's hurting, maybe you need to take a break. A break.
I'll be good. Just long enough to finish all this up.
Okay.
I don't even have to press it all, as long as it's all sewn together.
Shirley says it started in March with her shoulder, and it will be December 10th finally for the surgery. 3 doctors later, they kept having me see different ones. Yep, we understand that.
I know that because of having valley fever. I went through tons and tons of stuff just to
Doctor
get
knows,
diagnosed.
It's a good thing they're finally getting you in, though, Cheryl. Get her done.
Last of it. Almost the last of it, I should say. And one more time.
Heather says my sister hated her gloves she had for carpal tunnel, and also she has had her hands ripped when a horse she was holding bolted and ripped the rope through her hand.
Oh my
It
goodness.
took a long while to heal.
That sucks. That sounds horrible. Horrible, horrible.
Yes, it does. See, the brace I have is just a plain wrist brace. I don't think
Yeah.
it's for carpal tunnel, so it might actually make yours worse. I don't know.
I don't know. It hurts every
A
time I
carpal
wear
tunnel
it.
brace, I believe, is like what she was saying. It's some sort of like glove hand thing. And Brenda's asking, what are you working on?
I'm making string blocks. I'm trying to blend as many colors as possible, but I don't care if 2 of the same colors are in the same block, because at this point I just want them sewn, and as long as the colors blend throughout the quilt, there's a lot going on, so it doesn't really matter. Alright.
When are you going to start working on your t-shirt?
As soon as I have the stuff for it.
You
I took
can't
in a
start
client.
anything until the stuff gets here?
Nope.
Well, the stuff has been in Vegas since Friday.
Okay.
I don't know when it's getting here, but
just so you guys know, there'll be it's not your typical t-shirt quilt. I took in a client's request. I'm making 2 quilts out of clothing, not just t-shirts. It's all different kinds of fabrics. The sky's the limits. It's literally, I'm going to tutorial it of polyesters mixed with cottons, mixed knits, stretchy stuff and non-stretchy stuff. It's all getting mixed and blended because
Can you mix polyesters and cottons? Tell me about that, because I
you
don't
can
know.
mix it if
Can
you
you?
want.
One won't shrink compared to the other?
Well, they're clothing. Clothing is already pre-shrunk. It's been washed a bazillion times.
Okay.
So I will be making a
because not all of us know.
clothing memory quilt. Well, 2 of them, but
Yes, she's doing 2, not just 1. For 2 ladies, a lady and her sister.
yeah, I'm making 2.
We got an actual paying job.
So yeah. That will be getting tutorialed. So this is what I'm making. 7.5-inch squares with 1.5-inch strips. And I'm just going to place it right here temporarily. And just sew all these together. I'm a
Look at
chain
that.
piece. I'm
See,
just
when
showing
I'm
you.
done on
That's what
camera,
I'm
I can
doing.
go a lot faster.
Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and sew the
Where do you
single
want all your 2s?
right here. So I can sew all the singles to the 2s and then sew those on. That way I can just chain piece it all and I don't have to press anything. Yes, I see. He thinks he owns the place.
You stole Daddy's seat.
Pick him up to say hi in the camera.
Did they really want to see you?
Yes, they like to see
Fluff
him.
ball? Fluff ball?
It's rare, but the kitty is in here.
Were you brushed? CJ, did you brush your hairy brother?
What?
Did you brush your hairy brother?
Yes, I did.
For those that are always curious, this is Thumper, my kitty. He's usually not allowed in my room at all. I have a real big thing for cat fur all over my quilting stuff. I just don't want it on there.
He's normally a lazy butt and sleeping all day, but today he's in here being
Thumper.
a pest. A pest.
That's my fat cat.
Big old pest.
He's on my chair over there. The one that everybody sits on when they come in here and hang out. So he's just licking himself because that's what cats do.
Well, he's also noaching up against all the desks and everything. He noaches his neck up against.
Okay. Trying to like mix these colors up pretty good that way. Hopefully no 2 are in the same lot. We'll see. Alright, let's do a couple more.
Am I ironing your end result blocks
Huh?
too?
No,
Big giant
I'll
one?
press a couple. I'm only going to make a couple. I'm going to stop so that way I can get up.
Okay, well, I can still help. I'm still here.
No, I'm doing this.
Good night, Wendy. Wendy's going to bed. She has to work early.
Good night to those that are leaving. I'll be here just a few more minutes. I just need to sew some of these together into blocks so that you can see what I'm doing. So now without pressing, I'm just going to use my fingers because that's what I usually do. I'm going to line them up together. Sewing my 3s onto my 2s.
Heather says cats always own the place. Mine is on my sewing chair at the moment, so I cannot sew.
Well, now he's on the floor here licking his tail.
Now he's after the extension cord.
Yeah, he usually doesn't come in here because he knows that this is not his hangout, but it's
Well,
odd.
when we're all in here, he likes to sneak in here for a little to feel like he's allowed, and then he runs out.
Yeah. He wants to be part of everything.
He actually likes to be where we're both at. We're both in the same room. You notice that? When we're both in bed watching a movie, he comes in the bedroom. When we're both in the living room doing something, he goes in the living room.
Yep. He's usually right next to us somewhere.
Well, he's not the kind of cat that sits on your lap and does all that stuff. He doesn't do that. He won't lay with you. He won't sit with you, but
He's not a lap cat.
he's in the vicinity of you.
And when you try to purposely force him to be a lap cat, he gets mad. He'll bite. He'll not like bite like that, but he'll nip at you because he doesn't want to be held like that.
Yeah, it's not to hurt you. It's just to let you know he's not happy.
When he was a kitten, he loved to be held and pet and cuddled and snuggled up to my face. But now that he's a old cat, after 8 years, he's definitely calm and content now and would rather be alone.
Yeah, 8 years. Tiff and I are coming up on our 8 years together at the end of this month, huh, Tiffy?
Yeah. And there we go. Finally ran out of bobbin. I don't think I have a... It's not fully wound, so I'll sew, and this will be, when this is done, that means I'm done. Because it's not a full bobbin.
Cheryl says my dog lays beside me snoring when I sew.
How funny. We don't have a dog and don't really want one. I can't stand, remember that whole smelling thing that I have an issue with? Well, I also have a problem with sounds. The paws on dogs, the sound of them running across the hardwood floor. Oh, it's like chalkboard sound for some people, you know? That sound, I don't like it.
You're just picky.
Yep, I'm more than picky. I'm odd. I'm an odd one. Not that I don't like dogs. I've had dogs in the past, but I never had the flooring that I have now here at this house. So.
Yes, that was one of my many jobs when we met. I used to do lots of dog sitting. We got a big dog one time. The kids used to actually sit on the back and ride him, for a weekend or so. Remember that?
Oh, the Great Dane type dog? Or
The one that kept jumping the fence in the backyard? The big
Yeah.
sucker? CJ used to sit on him and ride him.
Here's the question. What is your sewing room buddy, as in pet? Do you have a bird? Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? Do
You got goldfish?
a goldfish in your room? Do you have a fish tank with custom fancy fish type thing? I can't even think of their names. Like, you know, whatever, fancy fish.
Cheryl says hers is hairless, so no dog hair on her things. Joyce says that she has dogs and cats. Kim has no pets.
Another block.
Another what?
Another block. I'm saying another block. Another block. Obviously, I'm going really fast, but I don't feel like...
Lizette has a dog and a cat. Tom has long coat chihuahuas.
Long coat chihuahua. I never heard of no long coat chihuahua.
Neither have I.
I've only seen little tiny chihuahuas with no hair because our neighbor has a chihuahua actually.
Judy says no pets allowed in my place.
I know some of you guys live in places that can't have animals, which kind of sucks. For some, because some prefer pets.
June has Daisy, her Jack Russell Terrier. has a cat. She adopted 10 years ago because she was feral.
That's how it always happens.
She says she's an a-hole, but I love her.
When I was a kid, that's how we had our cat when I was a kid, because she was a random cat that came into our yard, and we called her Target. She was pregnant. We called her Target because she had perfect markings, the weirdest thing. She was an orangish color cat and had a darker orange circle and then light, and then another darker orange circle and then a light and then a dark, and it was like perfect on both sides. So we named her Target. She had like 3 litters while we had her, and my parents got rid of every single cat to good homes, you know. So. And then 1 litter they kept 1 of the babies, I think. I don't remember. It was already after I had turned an adult age and moved out.
Charla says, I have a small dog, but she doesn't like to come in. I think the machine scares her. Pepsi Girl has no pets. It's 3 a.m. She's sitting in bed eating honeycomb crunch ice cream. Bliss.
I just sewed all that with nothing. Not that I was out of bobbin. It was because I wasn't paying attention to the tangle that happened up here on the top.
Because you were talking. Sorry.
It happens.
We got you to do that. Honeycomb crunch ice cream.
Ew, that sounds gross.
She says bliss. LOL.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how many more I'm at.
Heather has 2 cats, both go inside and outside too. It's not safe for dogs. It's busy highway.
It's not safe for cats here. Coyotes.
Yeah.
It's not safe for dogs either, because
Coyotes.
Both are not safe outdoors. Big dogs are okay. I don't think coyotes mess with big dogs, but little dogs, our neighbors, they were right outside, and the coyote came around with the fence, took the dog, and ran off with him, and he tried to get his dog back, but
They were outside in their backyard with the fence.
while it happened, the coyote jumped over the wall, took the little dog, and ran off.
Yeah. And we have a neighbor's cat that's an outside cat and it's still around. It's been a few years now. That cat's
And
still
we're surprised that the cat is still alive because
still
we
hasn't
get
been caught.
coyotes. But you can hear every once in a while around here. I think I told you guys this before. You can hear it at night, in the middle of the night, when we have the doors and windows open in the cooler parts of the year. You can hear the coyotes attacking dogs. They'll howl and bark, and you hear, and all of a sudden you don't hear anymore because it's gone bye-bye. Sorry, but
What's the howling? They have a big old ginormous howl when they get them.
they howl, and yeah, it starts like a howling riot out there.
Do you want me to press anything else for you?
Nope, I'm almost done. I'm on my last few pieces right here, and then I'm going to sew these to that. And whatever's left I'll sew later, because I didn't actually count to see if this was 20 something pieces. So here's my last one right now to sew, and then whatever's left over, if I can in this video, I could sew it, but I'm not going to press them all. Because I am not in the mood. You know, this kind of woke me up a little bit, but as I continue to keep going, I'm like, oh, my body is so fatigued. All right, now to sew all these to this. So we're just going to make sure that I'm not sewing the same 3 colors over and over and over again. I don't think it's the same amount. I definitely am looking at this pile now going, nope, that's not the same amount in both piles. That's on my lapping right here. Oops, that's the same piece as that one. Definitely mixing around pretty good. You know, that's a good thing. Whew. No, that's the same. That's not the same. That's the same. That's not the same. Nope. Let's put that one in. Getting a good mixture. That's a good thing. I got a good mixture last time.
Oh, listen to this. June has foxes that make a racket at night, and Daisy chases anything that moves.
Foxes. We don't have those around here.
Nope, not here. No fox country. Only fox around. Here's my wife. Foxy mom.
Yeah.
Foxy lady. Jim's on. He says hi, Tiffany, Scott, and everyone.
Hi, Jim.
Heather says they don't have coyotes here, but her dogs are all over the place. Her girls are 7 and 9 years old. They adopted the younger one when she was 5 weeks old from a cat rescue. Best thing we ever bought.
That's cool. Yeah, I got Thumper from a abandoned house. I went to clean an abandoned house because I used to clean rentals, and the people moved out and nobody was even paying rent for a long time. He was probably about 4 weeks. He wasn't very old, and he was left in the abandoned house, and I took him in, brought him home, and cleaned him up because he was horrible looking. He was disgusting. So I cleaned him up and instantly went down to Walmart to get formula for cats, and got some formula and took care of him with a bottle, a baby bottle, because I had tons of baby bottles. I was a daycare too. And on my off time, I cleaned houses, and yeah, I cleaned him up and fed him from some cat formula and nursed him back to health, and he just became what he is today. But the people left him behind all by himself in that house. There was nasty food on the counters, which he couldn't reach. He was too small, unless he was like the runt of the litter or something, maybe, and that's why they left him behind, or they just couldn't afford to take one cat with. But I got lucky, because when I took him to the vet to find out how old he was and stuff, they were like, do you know that he is a snowshoe? Those are not found around here. That is a very rare breed of cat. I'm like, really? That's awesome. So yeah, I took him home and took care of him.
Maybe it was an accident and they didn't mean to leave him.
Probably. Maybe they couldn't find him. Maybe he was hiding. I don't know. Whatever. They left a bunch of crap behind, and it was a disgusting place, and it had disgustingness everywhere, and so I took the little disgusting cat with me. He was so gross. He was just nasty, covered in feces and just nastiness. Ugh.
Jim has 2 cats. There's and one they took in from a neighbor and friend passed away. My mom used to help elderly people go to their houses and do work and cleaning and help with cooking and stuff like that. And one lady she worked for, she had it in her will that when she passed, all the cats were to be cremated with her and put in, all the ashes, whatever, together. So they did that because she had, I don't want to say a ton of cats, but she had, 3, 4 cats. I don't remember. She had more than 2. Maybe it was just 3. I don't remember. Yeah. It's in her will that the cats had to go and put with her.
All right, last one, because this is the last one from my lap, and I'm not going to sew any more pieces together for the night.
Heather says they taught the cats to be afraid of the highway so that they did not get run over.
Oh,
now they go down the back.
All right. This is all I'm making for now. The rest I will cut some more strings from my box. So it looks like I probably have about 8 left to sew.
Oh no, our cat is fixed.
Yeah, he's
Heather says
fixed.
if we didn't fix him, we could breed from him, but no, we fixed him.
I got him fixed, and he's declawed as well. He's never gone outside, so He does not like outside since
we did
since
that
the way
when
he
I
was
met her.
found. But I've had cats in the past that tore the crap out of my furniture, and I hated it so much that I decided to just declaw my cat completely and not have to worry about ruined furniture ever again. So he still scratches on scratching posts, surprisingly, even with no claws. He still scratches.
He paws at them. He plays. It must feel good on his paws.
All right, I'm just gonna somewhat try to press some of these real quick.
You want me to do it?
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna. I
I'm
want to
here.
show. I want to show everybody and count how many blocks I've made. So if I press
Well,
them,
while you show them, I
way
can
real
press them
quick.
over here. You do
no,
'em.
I'll press because of all the seams.
Oh,
Trust
okay,
me.
fine.
You're not used to this yet. You didn't even do a very good. I mean, you did a good job. Whatever. You didn't do the perfection job that I was that I would have normally.
Sorry.
You know how hard it is to tell someone this when you're sitting right next to him. He didn't do the best of jobs with the ironing.
Like it bothers me. I don't mind. I haven't
At
ironed
least-
since I got out of the military in 04.
At least he helped. I'm gonna have to teach him the whole seam thing because, yeah, even though it's plus that little ironing thing does not help at all. So I'm just gonna use my flat ironing board and press a couple of these so that I can show you guys some of my blocks because I'm done for now. But you can tell, look how many I made. Look at that big stack, even though it looks bigger than it really is. So let me press some of these real quick, and then we're going to ask a question, and then Scott can just continue to ask, to answer them. So let's see, what's a question that we can ask?
Well, Heather says she misses her shitheads, a couple of semi-feral dogs she had been feeding. They went in the heat and ran off. Been gone a month. And Kim says, good job, Tiff.
What is everybody's favorite color combination in fabric?
Heather says, at least the old lady knew the cats were taken care of instead of being left to fend for themselves. Yep, they were.
What is everybody's favorite color combination in fabrics? And
Nobody's answered that one yet.
I'm just laying all these here so you guys can see my.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of
blocks.
people went to bed because you went from 80-some to 60.
Oh, that's fine.
65.
Let me just lay my blocks here so you guys can see them.
June says lilac and black.
Ooh, that's a good combo. But then I'm partial to purples. I gotta trim some of these.
Kim likes fall colors.
So what? Oranges and browns and
Well, yeah.
creams, right? Cream is fall. So.
Yes. Pretty much what some of your blocks look like. A lot of them have fall colors in. Jim says no real favorite, Scrappy. Joyce says lilac and teal.
Ooh, now that's a good combo.
Emily likes teal and red. She looks at anything vintage.
Ooh, I like vintage too. See? If it looks vintage, I like it.
Cheryl likes blues and greens. Mary Jane likes blue and white. Gwen likes teal and brown or black and white.
Teal and brown. Now that's a different one. Sounds really nice together.
Kim likes purples and yellows with green accents. Charlotte likes black and white, teal and red.
Mine is purple and black. That's my favorite combo. I like mixing purples and black.
Heather's teal and blue. A lot of people like teal. June's going with red with slot colors. What's a slot color? Huh?
A lot, maybe red with a
Oh,
lot of colors.
a lot of colors. Okay.
I don't know.
Lizette is scrappy all the way, but jewel tones are awesome. Peggy likes black and teal or teals and purples. Everybody likes these teals. Teals are taking the show here.
Yeah. All right, now I'm just gonna start throwing them on there. My seams are all funky.
June has a lot of color. Okay, that's what you meant to say. Red with a lot of colors.
Okay. So mixing red.
Yeah. Well, it seems like teal took the show. Pretty much everyone liked teal with something around it.
Warm back up. Warm back up.
We gotta put teal and brown together then, like Gwen said. I don't think
Well,
I've ever
here.
seen that.
Here is a teal with a brown next to each other. Like that? Or
Okay.
more tealier. Tealier?
Tealier, yeah.
And I just snorted. More tealier. Do I have any other ones that are next to a brown?
Peggy says her daughter's wedding is black and teal. Jim says as long as there is orange, LOL. I guess it has to have orange, huh, Jim?
Ew, one of these fabrics has a smell. Ugh.
Jim says teal, chocolate, and cream. Heather says I love lavender, but it depends on what you want to make your block. It's pop.
I don't see
June
that.
just bought some teal and hasn't decided what to do with it yet.
Obviously, I'm going to have to trim all my blocks, by the way. But that's why they were cut the way they were cut.
Pat Fuller's on. Hello from South Carolina. Enjoy your videos and learn a lot.
Oh, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh, there you are, kitty.
I was gonna wait till Thanksgiving.
Just asking.
I was gonna wait till Thanksgiving. Plus, a lot of people left already. You had over 80, now you got 60 something.
Okay. And I'm probably even out of the screen, huh?
Yeah, you're not even on screen. Yeah, I think you ought to go on
Alright, I'm going to count how many are here so far while that iron warms back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have a pile of 10 so far.
Well, here, this
Here's-
one's done too, right?
No, it needs to be pressed. The iron got the iron is not it's not, the heating element was not heating it fast enough. Stay down.
She's having a hard time with this one.
The seams don't want to stay down. Alright, so that's 5. And this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 27. 23 blocks is what I have made today.
Just, leave it. Go and take it out.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Leave it down for 2.5 hours.
Alright. So 20, what did you say? 20 something? I made 23 blocks.
23 blocks
Yeah.
total.
I made 23 blocks tonight. And I do need to trim them just ever so slightly because, yeah, but, so there's my string blocks. Just going to show you some of them because they're literally right here. None of them go together. Nothing matches because it's all scrappy. The whole thing is scrappy. And these blocks will be going in the same quilt with these blocks. So I'm going to be creating something out of the both. So little by little, I've been sewing my strings together on the diagonal and sewing them together on the up and down. So like I said, there's tons of different
Emily
lines.
says nice.
As many different fabrics as possible. So now all these can go in this stack, which I still have to trim this stack anyway. So I'm just going to throw it all together. And now I will have a nice big huge stack that's now got more than my other stack.
Yeah.
Just by that much. Oh well. Either way, I'm going to continue sewing back and forth through the two. I still have some more to finish, but that's okay. I'll finish later.
Heather says it's better than mine.
Yeah.
Or it's better than nothing. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's better
so-
than nothing.
They're done. anyways, does anybody have any questions, concerns, anything you gotta get out before I get off of here? I'm just having fun sewing stuff, and now I'm gonna go lay down and pass out. I'm fighting it. Anyway, yeah, nothing. Okay then, I'm gonna go. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad we
Jill got on
fun
just in time to say
well, hello and goodbye. I will see you guys throughout the week, hopefully. I'm just trying to get stuff done, because that's why I'm not making any tutorials lately. I just need to get things done, because I have a disaster going on in this room. Everything's a mess. I got long arm stuff to finish, and I'm just, so if I could just finish the stuff that I got going finally, then I can get back on track again. And
well, the thing is, you need to stop starting all these new things. You do that all the time, and then you always wonder why you got so much, because you never start and finish one thing. You have to start 200 things at once.
Technically go through and finish things, but anyway.
You'd go back to them and finish them, yes, but you love to start 20 things at once.
We all do. It's a quilter thing. Tell
it's
Scott.
Not like me.
Scott, you just don't understand.
I can't handle that. Once I start something, I have to finish it.
All
I can't do something else.
So I'm glad you guys all joined, and what else was I gonna say?
Everyone's saying good night.
Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you guys.
Joyce said she enjoyed your video.
Those of you who only join on Sundays, I'll see you guys next Sunday, and it'll be at 5 p.m. hopefully. Today was a weird day, and any other videos, they come on when they come on, so make sure your notification bell is on and set to get notifications when I post. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out, and have some fun the rest of today. First Sunday, get some sewing done. Bye.